I want to go out on that high note. Thank you, Judy. It is really an honor to have you come from Washington. I know how busy you are, and I know you got to go back to vote this evening. We just want to thank you so very much. It was truly my honor when Marilyn and I were asked to host that event for Congressman Chu, because we obviously had a lot of respect for her from a distance, and it was truly a pleasure to meet her and to get to know her a little bit. I want to thank a lot of people. I want to thank Shekar. Thank you so much for really putting this thing together along with Grace. Grace Wolf is, not only an elected Korean American elected official, but she is a very good friend of mine, and it's been really a pleasure to get to know and work with Grace over the years. Her representing the town of Herndon, which happens to be in my district, the Drainsville district. So thank you so much, Grace. And Mark Keene, what can you say? Where is Mark? He stepped out, so I don't have to say anything. But he'd hear about it if I didn't. Mark is an amazing man. He's just so impressive, and he's so obviously in this for all the right reasons. And I'm so glad he's a member of the Virginia House of Delegates. We need, obviously, we need more Asian Americans in elected office. There he is. I just said nice things about you, Mark. And while you're here, I just want to thank you for everything, not just tonight, but since the day I announced, Mark and Grace have been there, as has Illiam, who's at a school board meeting tonight and can't be here. But we do need more Asian Americans. We need more minorities in elected office, and that's just absolutely essential. And so, it's fun. It's great to be able to support my good friends. But also, we need a farm team, and Congressman Chu mentioned it on the Board of Supervisors. I have kind of focused on pulling people in to appoint to boards, authorities, and commissions. Because really, you get your start in politics in your homeowners association, in local civic associations, and in the boards, authorities, commissions that Fairfax County and other local jurisdictions operate. So it's been a gold mine since I got on the board, and we're having a lot of success at it. So the next time when I run for re-election, I'm hoping that there'll be even more. And I see Atif here. And I hope you're one of them, buddy, because Atif Carney is a great guy who's came close, and I know you'll do it again. I do believe, I honestly believe that Fairfax County and Northern Virginia are special places. That we have so much going for us here. And I say it all the time, and I mean it. I think that the reason we're so different, so better, or so special, is our diversity. Our diversity makes us great. And in my district in particular, I have a very large, diverse district. And to have the support of the AAPI community is, it's not only a good thing for me politically, but it means a lot to me personally that, you're able to see what I'm trying to do, and hopefully I think we're moving in the right direction. They're pointing at my wife. Hopefully everybody will meet Marilyn before they leave here tonight. So, Congressman Chu is correct. Well, she exaggerated. Okay, no one begged me to run for Congress, but I was asked to run for Congress, and I was asked by the Democratic Congressional Campaign Committee, and I didn't immediately say yes, because to tell you the truth, I love being on the Fairfax County Board of Supervisors, and I really wasn't anxious to change that situation. But Marilyn and I talked about it for well over a month. We got called in October. We talked about it, and basically it came down to it. Not only do I want to do it, I feel I should do it. What's happening in Washington is unacceptable. The dysfunction, the Republicans in the House just doing everything they can to make sure that America doesn't move forward, that we don't make the investments in education, that we need to make, that we don't deal with the environmental challenges, climate change that we know we have to deal with, that we don't deal with comprehensive immigration reform. They are working to make sure we fail. And that's not acceptable to me, and it wasn't acceptable to Maryland, and we decided to get into the race. And since we got in, it's been amazing. The enthusiasm out there is very good. I'm confident that we're going to win this thing. I know we got a couple of very difficult months ahead of us, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate knowing that you'll be there with me over those next couple of months, because they're not going to be easy. When we get to Congress, I really do want to start. I want to do the types of things I do in Fairfax County. I consider myself a fiscal watchdog in Fairfax County. I'm vice chairman of the budget committee. I'm chairman of the audit committee. I'm chairman of the county's economic advisory commission. We need that kind of Democrat to go to Washington and demonstrate that we can be fiscally responsible, but at the same time we can make investments into things that will make us a better nation going forward, that will leave a better future for our children. And I'm looking forward to doing that. I also know, having spent so much time with the AAPI community and other minority and immigrant communities, I know the value of education. I know how much it means to you. And I got to tell you, it means a lot to me too. I was the first person in my family to go to college. And I came from a working class background, a family that couldn't afford to send me to college. So I worked in the steel mills, I worked on the railroad, and I paid for my own education. And then I got an MBA and I got a law degree. So I tell you, I share your love and appreciation for education. When I go to Washington, that's going to be a very high priority of mine. We're going to focus on early childhood education, so every kid gets the same chance. Doesn't matter what your family background is. It doesn't matter, how wealthy your parents are. You got to make sure every kid gets a chance to succeed in school. We're going to focus on making college affordable. We're going to focus on dealing with student debt, which is becoming a major, major problem, and holding people back from doing the things that we need them to do to make our country successful. We're going to focus on immigration reform. We're going to focus on comprehensive immigration reform, where we deal with the 12 million undocumented immigrants with legalization and a path to becoming a citizen. We don't want a country where we have two tiers of residents, and we need to have that path. So there are so many things we need to do. We got to get to Washington, and what we have ahead of us, the only thing we have ahead of us that's stopping us, is an election. And that election, we're going to win, because elections are about choices. And I've told you what I stand for and how I have worked on the Fairfax County Board of Supervisors, how I have a plan to really get the country moving again. My opponent, Delegate Barbara Comstock, she is more of the same. Send her to Washington and you will get more of the same. Just look at her record in Richmond. Look at her refusal to support Medicaid expansion. Look at her votes to dramatically cut educational support. $620 million one year she tried to cut the education budget. And look at her, the way she handles and lacks respect for a woman's ability to make her own health care decisions. She's voted for the personhood amendment. She's voted for the mandatory, medically unnecessary transvaginal ultrasound. She's been quoted, and we have her on film saying she wants to see Roe v. Wade overturned. So I'm just telling you, I like this choice. I like the difference. I am looking forward to getting out there, getting our message out there, and getting the word out on who Barbara Comstock really is. So that brings me to my final words here tonight, and that is to thank our hosts, thank the restaurant, and thank my staff for all the work they put into pulling this together. And to tell you that I am here, I will be here for the next couple months, and I will be back forever as long as you're a congressman. Judy Chu asked me to join the caucus. I would love to do that. If she will have me, I'm there. Because we're all in this together. I mean, it doesn't matter what our backgrounds are, what our religions are, what our ethnicity. We're all in this together. We're Americans. We've got a great country, and we can make it even better if we work together and we don't divide and conquer the way the Republicans try to. So, thank you all very, very much.